Imagine you wake up tomorrow and your only job is making sure your family doesn't starve. The only thing standing between them and death is killing something the size of a school bus. No trap, no technology, just a sharpened stick, a few people you trust, and your brain. That was Tuesday. For 50,000 years of human existence. And not only did early humans survive that, they won. So completely, so efficiently, that scientists now believe we are the reason mammoths no longer exist. We didn't just kill them occasionally, we hunted them to extinction. So today I want to take you inside an actual mammoth hunt. What it looked like, what it felt like, what it took. Because the real answer is going to completely change how you see early humans. Let's kill the caveman myth right now. You probably picture something close to an animal itself, grunting, stumbling, getting lucky. That's not what was happening. The humans hunting mammoths 40,000 years ago had the same brain you have right now. Same size, same capacity, same ability to plan, communicate, problem solve. They had language, complex enough to coordinate hunts. They had culture, cave paintings showing perspective, movement, storytelling. They had spirituality, burial sites, ritual objects. These were fully realized, highly intelligent people living through one of the most brutal environments in human history, the last ice age. Temperatures 10 to 15 degrees colder than today. Winters that lasted most of the year. The mammoth wasn't just food, it was survival. One mammoth fed a group of 25 people for an entire month. The bones became shelters, the hide became clothing, the fat became fuel for fire. Killing a mammoth wasn't bravado. It was a logistical operation, the woolly mammoth, 11 feet tall at the shoulder, 6 to 8 tons, tusks up to 15 feet long, capable of throwing a human like a rag doll. They moved in herds. Thick, woolly coats made hitting vital organs with a spear incredibly difficult. And a charging mammoth could hit 15 miles per hour. In open ground, you cannot outrun that. So how did they do it? Method 1. The ambush. Mammoth herds followed predictable migration routes. Hunters learned these routes like a general studies a map. Find the right geography. A narrow valley, a ravine, a river crossing. In a narrow pass, it can't turn, it can't charge, it can't use its full size. One group drove the animal forward with fire and noise. Another group waited in silence. Spears from above, chaos from behind, the animal panicking with nowhere to go. Method 2, the bog. Mammoths needed water. The edges of lakes and marshes were often soft. When a mammoth stepped into soft ground and began to sink, everything changed. Stuck in mud, it cannot charge, cannot run. Its own weight becomes its prison. We have found mammoth remains in ancient bogs with stone spear tips still embedded in them. Method 3, the long hunt. Don't kill it today, wound it today, and then follow it for hours, for days if necessary. The mammoth is bleeding, stressed. Every movement costs energy it cannot recover. It can't rest. The hunters are always there, just far enough back to stay safe, and eventually it stops. Not because the hunters overpowered it, because they outlasted it. This strategy is called persistence hunting, and it works because of one thing. We can run slowly for a very, very long time. The kill is maybe 10% of the operation. The real work was everything after. Some butchered, others processed the fat, others prepared the hides, others cracked bones for marrow, others watched for predators. A fresh mammoth carcass attracted every large carnivore in the region. This was not a solo achievement. It was a community operation, and the real weapon wasn't the spears. It wasn't the terrain. It wasn't even the patience. It was each other. Grandparents taught grandchildren which migration routes the herds followed. They shared risk. If the hunt failed, everyone went hungry. If it succeeded, everyone ate. And so, they dominated. The woolly mammoth went extinct approximately 4,000 years ago. The last population on a remote Arctic island died out while the pyramids of Egypt were already standing. The scientific consensus increasingly points to one primary cause: us. We were so organized, so relentless, so efficient that we killed all of them. Think about that the next time someone calls early humans primitive. They walked out of Africa with almost nothing. No metal, no wheels, no writing, and they changed the entire planet. Not because they were the strongest thing out there, because they were the smartest, and they never faced anything alone. If you made it this far, you probably enjoyed it. Like the video, subscribe, and drop a comment. What do you want to go inside next?